If they let Tobey Maguire have one line in the trailer, like just a real moment, the music fades down, fade in.
Yes,
with great power
fade possible
comes great responsibility. That would be so cool.
$1 billion right there.
And then you hear Willem Dafoe off screen say, "Godspeed, Spider-Man." The letter kills Tobey.
And then totally impales Tobey Maguire in the actual trailer.
What's going on, Reject Nation? Greg and John here. All right, listen. I know for those who watched the reaction we did to a Spider-Man No Way Home thinking yesterday, there was a comment saying, like, we're not only going to be putting out Spider-Man vids this week, and I wasn't expecting us to do one so soon again the very next day. But then this dropped from our buddy Warren, and I was like, we got to check this out. We just got to check it out. And then on Twitter, he put out this tweet right here that says, "Hey, Spider-Man No Way Home fans, you're going to want to watch my vid today and watch till the end. The last line gave me goosebumps." We're doing this. Let's see what's in store. A lot he's been right about so far. So, yeah, curious to hear what's in here.
What's going on, everybody? It's Warren. Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder, where we talk all things Marvel and MCU, and of course, Spider-Man No Way Home. If you thought that the hype would calm down after the first trailer came out, well, that does not seem to be the case. This trailer pretty much only made the hype get even bigger, showing us a glimpse of the Spider-Verse that is to come by showing us Alfred Molina's Doc Ock, showing us a pumpkin bomb, and other parts of the Sinister Six as well. Now, we did not see the other two Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. But have no fear, they will be in the movie. Whether or not they'll show them in the next trailer or the one after that, or simply save them for the movie, who knows. But in the meantime, I think I have something that could hold people over for just a little bit. We have some of their lines that they're going to be saying in Spider-Man No Way Home. Speaking to each other, speaking to Tom Holland Spider-Man, speaking to the villains, all from a very reliable source. In fact, this source gave us a description of what the teaser trailer was going to show weeks before it even came out. And when it came out, it was pretty much exactly like this person said.
Paul from Heavy Spoilers.
Really going to enjoy some of these lines. Like this line that comes from Tobey speaking to Tom and Andrew. He says, "We can beat them together." Obviously, this is about them fighting the Sinister Six.
So simple, but
cool stuff to break down today. So, cool. So the line I want to start with, even though I've already given you one, is one that I find particularly pretty funny, and I've seen several memes about this line already, and it is this stuff coming out of you? This is from Tom Holland to Tobey, who of course, Tobey is the only Spider-Man that we've seen who actually produces the webs. He doesn't actually have web shooters. And this is something that I've actually always personally liked about Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
I like the organic webbing quite a bit, and this was a conversation that was coming up during our live stream this week. Since the idea of Tobey popping up in here came to the conversation, I've always wanted to see the banter back and forth of like their reaction to the webbing coming out of Tobey, making like jokes about it as well. So yeah, having that line, there's gonna be something. Even if this line is not 100% what it is, there's gonna be something.
This is the one piece of Marvel humor I have been looking forward to.
Now, I'm not going in any particular order of the movie, just simply stating some of the lines that are listed here. And another one is from Willem Dafoe to Tom Holland Spider-Man, where he says, "The wizard said he'd get us back to where we came from, but we can't go back." Now, obviously, this is the Green Goblin talking to Tom Holland Spider-Man, and he's saying they can't go back because they were taken right from where they died. So if they get sent back to their own universe, they'll get sent back to right before they died, and it'll lead to them dying. So obviously they don't want to go back. And speaking of them dying, here's a line from Electro to Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. Well, if it isn't my murderer. Because we all know what happened at the end of The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Wait, that implies a different thing though, doesn't it?
A bit.
The theory is that they all come out of, their universe right before they die. So, are they all treating Spider-Man or their Spider-Man like, no, you are my murderer?
If
or is
I
that
had
implying
been there
a resurrection?
For seconds longer, you would have killed me. Or is it
I
remember dying?
Yeah.
Resurrection would be kind of cool.
Here's an interesting one. This is Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin to Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and he says, "We are who we choose to be, now choose." And this kind of sounds like the Green Goblin is manipulating Tom. Probably
sounds like
telling
he's an
him
Iron
something
Giant
along
fan.
the lines of,
That's
the other
what I was thinking
Spider-Man
about.
killed us.
That
Do you
scene.
want to be a killer. You don't have to be. The other Spider-Men were, but you don't have to be. You can set us free. Pretty much right now we know that Doctor Strange is going to somehow keep all of these villains locked up. And
You can trust me, I'm a goblin.
and it sounds like it somehow might be due to the manipulation of the Green Goblin. He also posted this weeks before the trailer came out, and here's a line that we saw in the trailer. You've never done anything on this magnitude. Strange, don't cast that spell. It's too dangerous. Wong to Doctor Strange. We saw this. And just for reference, this was literally posted like 50 days ago, so way before the trailer came out.
Whoa. Okay, well, here's what I'm thinking. All right, just throw a little bit of doubt here. This trailer's been in development for such a long time now. That leaked trailer that came out, maybe they saw an earlier version of that, and then so what they did was they took lines from the leak and then also threw in some of their own, so that way they can use that to support their leaks. Maybe that's just a big maybe. I'm just saying there's ways to add points to your argument here by pulling some actual quotes from a real leak.
Here's another Electro to Andrew Garfield line. I'm gonna kill the light so everyone in this city is gonna know how it feels to live in my world. A world without power, a world without mercy, a world without Spider-Man. He seems like he could be just a tiny bit bitter. And the cool thing is that it does
very
also
dark.
kind of seem like some of the lines are going to come from their original movies, or at least derived from them. For example, here's a line from Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin to Tom Holland's Spider-Man. The itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout, down came the goblin, and took the spider out. Sounds a little familiar, huh? And I can't wait till he actually says this to our Spider-Man, Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Here's another one that was in the trailer, again proving this is true because this was 50 days ago. Doctor Strange to Tom Holland, we tampered with the stability of space-time. Another one that was proven true. After Mysterio revealed my identity, my entire life got screwed up. I was wondering if maybe you can go back in time and make it so that he never did. And here are 4 lines that I really, really love. And I think a lot of people, if you are big Spider-Man fans, which I know a lot of us are probably going to get pretty teary-eyed at some point in time in this movie, whether it's an emotional scene or it's just
Is it about Uncle Ben?
All 3 Spider-Men together. Whether they're happy tears, emotional tears, I think they're coming. This is one from the very first Spider-Man that hits me right in the nostalgia. Tobey to Willem Dafoe. I have a father. His name was Ben Parker, in which it seems like Willem Dafoe says, Godspeed, Spider-Man, but he says this not to Tobey Maguire, but he says it to Tom Holland. Then this is from Tobey to Tom. You're Ben. How did he die? And you automatically know this is going to be a super emotional scene.
I would love it if Tom Holland's like, who? Oh, yeah, sorry.
From my suitcase.
You mean Tony? Oh, my uncle. From my suitcase. Yeah.
Guys, can you tell me about this Ben guy? Seems
I never knew.
My man's just been single all my life.
No, I'm liking that.
And the last line that is listed here says, you're not alone, you have us. Tobey and Andrew to Tom. Now, if you can just visualize these scenes, visualize Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland all talking to each other, you can get a tiny little glimpse of just how epic this film is going to be. Now, of course, I want to end it with the biggest and best line that we could possibly ever get in this Spider-Man No Way Home film.
It's pizza time.
Waste if we did not hear these words. Tobey Maguire to Tom Holland. Don't ever forget these words. With great power comes great responsibility.
Seriously?
I forgot about that.
And then Andrew looks over and he's like, that's so much catchier than what my Ben's.
Comes from Tobey Maguire to Tom Holland gives me chills. And I really hope that we see it in the movie. Again, this was all posted about 50 days ago, way before the trailer came out. And this person also posted a description of the trailer, which ended up being true. And some of these lines in here we heard in the trailer. So we have no reason not to believe that these aren't actual lines, actual dialogue that is going to be in Spider-Man No Way Home.
It's funny because when he did say that on Twitter, like the last line, and that was something for some reason my mind wasn't even thinking about. That would be a cheering moment in the theater, I think, if he does say that. It's the Spider-Man quote.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm conflicted here because I'm like, it would be cool if they say that for the movie, but if they let Tobey Maguire have one line in the trailer, like just a real moment, the music fades down, fade in.
Yes.
With great power
fade possible.
comes great responsibility. that would be so cool.
$1 billion right there.
And then you hear Willem Dafoe off screen say, Godspeed, Spider-Man, the glitter kills Tobey.
And then totally impales Tobey Maguire in the actual trailer.
So, let me know what you think about these in the comments down below. And if you want to stay up to date on everything in the MCU and
Spider-Cat.
Spider-Man, be sure to
Spider-Cat
subscribe and hit
does
that
whatever
notification bell
a
so you don't miss
Spider-Cat
out on
does.
any of the latest videos.
Begs for
And of
food
course, for
and
live
knocks
updates,
stuff
you can always
down.
follow me on Instagram and Twitter.
I do,
As
Ward.
always, thank you all so much for watching.
Woof, woof.
Woof,
You would
meow.
say, meow, meow. Isn't that right? Isn't that right, Guitar Cat?
Aw.
Okay, guys. Well, yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome. I did love that. That did give me some
hyped.
chills.
I am hyped.
What do you want them to say? I hope they say it's pizza time.
Oh yeah, I hope
they say
someone
fix
fixed
the
the
damn
door.
door.
Yeah.
All I want are Toby lines.
I hope someone says your uncle, he believed in a principle, an ideal really,
I want the whole
great
Martin
power,
Sheen quote.
and it's got a responsibility to keep around that power.
I would love for Toby to say, with great power comes great responsibility, and Andrew goes, that's a lot more efficient than what my uncle said.
My Uncle Ben could have learned a lot from your Uncle Ben.
All right, guys, thanks for being here. We'll catch you guys soon.